Welcome back to reading. I want to draw your attention to our book. I skipped ahead a little bit and I went to a new chapter because we're going to be learning something new about predicting today. Remember yesterday when I talked about the hot air balloon and I said if it came along, knowing what you know about Frog and Toad and they had to get up early in the morning, do you think they're going to get up and go on the hot air balloon ride? Who would go? Who wouldn't go? And then we talked about your best friend and how you know them super well. And so if something was bothering them, you might be able to figure out why. Okay. So I want to go through this chapter and see if we can figure out what Frog and Toad are going to do. Okay. So here we go. On Toad's birthday, Frog gave him a hat. Toad was delighted. "Happy birthday," said Frog. Toad put on the hat. It fell down over his eyes. "I'm sorry," said Frog. "That hat is much too big for you. I will give you something else." Now, what do you think Toad will do? What is Toad going to do? So, knowing what we know about Toad, is he going to wear it because he's kind of lazy and will just give up and will walk around with it? Or will he throw it and be upset and say, "This is ridiculous. I can't, doesn't fit me. I give up. I don't want any presents." Okay, so it could go either way. So as a reader, that's what we do, is make predictions. It might be right, it might be wrong, but it's fun to try. "No," said Toad, "this hat is your present to me. I like it. I will wear it the way it is." Now, boys and girls, knowing what you know about Toad, he's probably going to be kind of clumsy, right? And lazy. Frog and Toad went for a walk. Toad tripped over a rock. He bumped into a tree. He fell in a hole. "Frog," said Toad, "I can't see anything. I will not be able to wear your beautiful present. This is a sad birthday for me." Frog and Toad were sad. For a while. Then Frog said, "Toad, here's what you must do." What do you think he's going to do? Well, we know Frog is super helpful, so he might try to help Toad in some type of way. "Toad, here is what you must do. Tonight, when you go to bed, you must think some very big thoughts. Those big thoughts will make your head grow larger. In the morning, your new hat may fit." "What a good idea," said Toad. So Toad trusts Frog. And Frog is always helpful. So I want you, when you're reading today, use what you know to guess what the character will do next. Are you always going to be right? Nope. But that's what makes it fun, because you might think you know something and it might go a different way. So let's see if we can figure out what happens. That night when Toad went to bed, he thought the biggest thoughts he could think. Toad thought about giant sunflowers. He thought about tall oak trees. He thought about high mountains covered with snow. Then Toad fell asleep. Frog came into Toad's house. He came in quietly. Frog found the hat and took it to his house. What do you think he's going to do with the hat? What do you think he's going to do with the hat, knowing what you know about Frog? We know he'll probably be helpful. Maybe he's going to buy him a new present. Or maybe he's going to teach Toad maybe some sort of lesson. Or maybe he's going to buy him a new hat. Let's read on a bit and see if we can figure it out. Frog poured some water on the hat. He put the hat in a warm place to dry. It began to shrink. The hat grew smaller and smaller. Frog went back to Toad's house. Toad was still fast asleep. Frog put the hat back on the hook where he found it. When Toad woke up in the morning, he put the hat on his head. It was just the right size. Oh my goodness. I did not guess that, right? And us knowing everything we know about Frog and Toad, I didn't think he was going to help make it shrink, but he did teach Toad a lesson, and he did help, which we knew that already about Frog. So I want you to, in your series books today, figure out what is the character going to do next. And then Free Read Friday. See ya. Have a great weekend.